Hello, everyone. It's Mona again from Back Pain Movement Makers. Have you had acute back pain? Well, here comes another one, another natural pain reliever that Thomas used a lot when he was in his worst back pain period. Well, we are in day 154 out of 365 days, free challenge, where we go live for 365 days to talk about healing back pain for good, naturally. And we are in an acute back pain reliever period when we talk about natural pain relievers. And the other day I showed you wheat pillow that you heat in the oven. Uh, you cannot move that much around when you have that because it's heavy and it won't be still. You cannot have a bathtub around all the time, or you can't live in the bathtub all the time. So sometimes you need to have something that you could wear all the time. And when this happened, when Thomas was in his word back pain period, there were no vests. Now he has a vest, and it's electrical heat, uh, like um, places on the vest, the whole front and the whole back. So it is heated all the time. That is really good. And you also have and a battery. So you load it with just a normal smartphone charger, and then it will keep warm for hours and hours. But you might not have access to that, and they are quite expensive, uh, depending on how much you have finances to put on this. But these things that we're talking about right now, they are not that expensive at all. First, they are like girdles, but they are very stretchy. There is nothing that holds the back in its place or something like that. This is just, it's 100% merino wool. So this is too big for me, and it's too big for Thomas right now too. But I will show you anyway. You should have it like this. I don't know if you can see this. This is too big, but it should be, we have to wash this a little bit hotter so it will shrink if I am going to use it. And you just have it on your back where you have your most pain. For example, Thomas has his worst back pain right here in the lower part of his back. So he used to have this. And just because it creates a lot of warmth, the pain relieves. The pain is relieved, and that worked for him, of course, with heat. As I've said before, if you think that cold is better for you, you could have this in the freezer, but you should have a plastic bag around it then. Excuse me. Otherwise, it will become wet. And then that was not that thick. So, for example, here in Sweden, it's quite cold, especially in the winter. It's not very common to have 25 minus degrees Celsius here. That's normal. So that wouldn't do. So we also have a thicker one. This is also 100% wool, sheep wool. And you put it like this. And these are, these should be elastic, but they have been worn out. They should have like a belt thing. So that is worn out. So you have to do like this instead. And because you knit it, then you could move around a lot and it's still here. So that is really, really nice to have like a pain reliever. And what he also experienced was that if he was going to be outdoors or sitting in a car, for example, for a longer period of time, in a car where we don't have the seat heater, for example, in the back seat, not every car has that. These were awesome to have like before he got pain. So instead of just being stubborn and not having this on and get pain later because he became cold, that was really, really good. Really, really good. So that is something that we really recommend. And wool is really, really good. There is something in the wool. I have no idea what it is, but there is something in the wool that also releases the pain in some way. Because he has now, instead of duvet, he has a very thick wool blanket in his bed right now, and that is really, really good. It also helps him to have a better sleep. It is more regulated, the temperature. That was everything for today about acute pain relievers. First of all, the vest with the battery, it's awesome. And he has a vest that he could regulate the temperature as well to have, I think it's 2 or 3 levels of heat, if you use the word levels that way. And the also the battery is it lasts a very, very long time. He could have it for days without charging it again. So that is really good. But these two, the thicker one and the thinner one, especially to have like you use it when it's cold outside or you know it's going to be windy, you have it on so you don't get pain. But also if you have if you experience pain and you don't have a hot bath, a vest, well, everything that we have talked about here, you could use that and it relieves the pain. Not completely, probably, but it reduces the pain anyway. Okay, until tomorrow, much love and blessings. Bye.